going to start with our SEL and family engagement kits. My colleague Julia Beatty and I, both regional liaisons at CFEC, developed 3 SEL and family engagement kits this summer with funding from the South Carolina Department of Ed, as they are SEL and literacy, awareness of family and community, and awareness of self. These flyers show the topics in each kit and the materials that were provided in each kit. So most importantly, we had a family-friendly guide with instructional materials, and then fun activities that families could do at home to reinforce that learning. And we are very intentional about including all the materials families needed to do the activities in the kits. And we distributed them to nearly 20,000 families across South Carolina. Next slide, please. So in addition to developing the kits, we developed 5 CASEL-aligned SEL lessons for parents in the area of awareness of self. So the 5 lessons were identifying feelings, recognizing strengths, accurate self-perceptions, building self-efficacy, and building self-confidence. Each lesson, you can see that the components on the screen, they included the definition of the CASEL competency and the subcomponent, goals and objectives for the lesson, instructional materials, daily life examples, at-home activities, resources, reflection questions, and measuring learning outcomes. We piloted the 1 lesson, identifying feelings, with 15 parents from diverse backgrounds with children ages 4 through 12 across South Carolina. And we called each parent who agreed to help us before the lesson to let them know about our project and how they could help us and what to expect along the way. We asked parents to read through the lesson and engage in all the activities with their child. And we were available to parents if they got stuck or if they had questions. They were able to call us throughout the process. And after they completed the lesson, we called them and asked them questions about what sections of the lesson were most helpful and why, what was least helpful and why, what we could do to improve the lesson for parents, and how the contact impacted parent SEL as well as their child SEL. And next slide, please. So some of the themes, I'm having trouble seeing that, but our 4 themes that we found were: 1, parent interaction. So parents really enjoyed spending time with children and exploring their feelings. For some of them, this was the first time they really ever had the opportunity to do this. And both parents and children really looked forward to their time together, engaging in these activities with each other. And parents learned how to regulate their own emotions as they were teaching their child how to regulate their emotions. Another thing we found talking to our parents was their awareness expanded of their own emotions. And a lot of them realized that they manage their feelings and respond to their emotions in very different ways than their children, and that was okay. And then they also learned about kind of some of the things that might play into emotions and behavior, like the events and triggers and body sensations associated with those. Another theme was, well, they really just loved the family-friendly aspect of the curriculum because it was a very appealing design, easy to use, good balance of instruction with fun activities. It was very sectioned out, so parents could pick and choose and pace themselves and do the lessons when it was good for them and the ones that were most meaningful for them. And then finally, they had many great suggestions for us. They wanted us to include a suggested timeline, a more detailed table of contents. They wanted to have a pre-assessment in addition to having the post-assessment to kind of gauge their knowledge gained. They wanted us to really specify what activities were best for lower elementary versus upper elementary, and they wanted us to use more neutral colors in our design. Reading and thinking through these really grew my ability to empathize with my daughter. I found myself sharing things that I'd recently experienced to help her relate and understand to her own feelings. This drew us closer together. Another parent shared that the experience was pleasant and her daughter really enjoyed it. She was excited about it and looked forward to it. It seems like it would work for most parents. Another parent shared that I realized that I like to talk about my feelings right away, and I learned to respect the way my daughter needs to work with her own emotions, which was very different from how the parent dealt with hers. And then finally, just the right amount of information. Parents can take their time to do each activity, space it out, and they don't have to try to do it all at once.